I only want to find a way to make it hard for you. All those years gone by, I only want to find a way to make it hard for you. You'll never forget it the way that you don't feel the same.
Such a lovely tune. I'm going to play it for Terry, who's back off to Oz, leaving Kathy behind for the summer. She's helping out with the grandkids. He loves you so much, Kathy. I'll see you tomorrow from 4. Stay fabulous. Joe's on the way next. Enjoy all of that.
This is Radio 2.
On BBC Sounds.
And on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
We hear the BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Jason Kay. The Defence Secretary Ben Wallace has confirmed for the first time that UK Special Forces are at the centre of an inquiry into alleged unlawful killings in Afghanistan. The Ministry of Defence had tried to restrict any mention of their suspected involvement, but were challenged by bereaved family members and several media outlets, including the BBC. A Panorama investigation previously uncovered evidence suggesting that an SAS unit killed 54 people in suspicious circumstances in 2010 and 2011. Thousands of people have turned out in Edinburgh to see King Charles receive the Scottish Crown Jewels. He and Queen Camilla took part in the service at St Giles's Cathedral. A small group of anti-monarchy protesters were arrested afterwards. The co-leader of the Scottish Green Party, Patrick Harvey, who is a Republican, is unhappy the ceremony took place at all.
Certainly questionable use of money in the midst of a cost of living crisis. Right in this moment, the thing I find most annoying was just getting in and out of Edinburgh. I had a meeting in the Scottish Government buildings, then in the Scottish Parliament. That should have been a 5-minute walk. It ended up a 25-minute bike ride. And then trying to get back from there was just an impossible nightmare.
Officials in Ukraine say a man has died after setting off explosives inside a court building in the capital, Kiev. The circumstances aren't clear. 2 other people were injured. Parliament's Standards Committee, which is investigating groping allegations against the former government whip Chris Pincher, is expected to publish its findings tomorrow. Mr Pincher quit his role in the whip's office last summer, starting a chain of events that led to Boris Johnson's downfall as Prime Minister. Our political correspondent Leila Nathu has the latest.
None of the committee are allowed to comment ahead of its publication, but we've spoken to several sources familiar with the report's findings that it does appear that he is going to face a punishment which would pave the way for yet another by-election. Remember, there are already 3 by-elections taking place.
3 people have been arrested after 2 matches at Wimbledon were disrupted by Just Stop Oil protesters. Both demonstrations happened on the same court, with activists throwing confetti and pieces from a Wimbledon jigsaw. The on-site shop has now stopped selling the puzzles. Taylor Swift has announced an extra 3 dates for her upcoming Eras tour. She'll play additional shows in Liverpool, Edinburgh and London next June, on top of 10 concerts she'd already confirmed. Tickets go on sale later this month, and demand has been so high in other countries, thousands of people have missed out. These fans of the singer have called on friends to help.
I registered with my own email and then also with my parents' email, and then a couple of friends registered for me as well, so I spread my chances like that.
Forced all of my friends to register as well, and then if they're not interested, I'll take their tickets. But it's just really quite stressful because the demand is so much higher than the number of tickets available.
And the weather clear in the east overnight, but cloudier in the west with a chance of the odd shower in the early hours. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 7.
Joe Wiley's Shiny Happy Playlist.
There's going to be big tunes.
Blowing the roof off Radio 2.
Shiny Happy. If you want to get absolutely bouncing,
this is where it's at. BBC Radio 2.
Hi, welcome to the show. It's lovely to be here with you all over again. It's Wednesday the 5th of July. I hope you're well. If you want a shout tonight in the Shiny, then all you have to do is drop me a text. It's 882901. In particular, if you work or if you have anybody who works for the NHS, because we're going to celebrate it with the Shiny Happy Playlist tonight. We can do lots of special NHS shout-outs. Do text me, 88291. Email joe.wiley@bbc.co.uk.
The Shiny Happy Playlist on BBC Radio 2.